The Star Wars Old Republic trilogy comes to an end tonight. Everyone, welcome back to another interview-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
I'm Ruby.
And we are back with another Imperial interview, the third from the Star Wars Old Republic Radio podcast. We had Isabella, then we had Sierra, but now we have the final host, Ruby. So hey, say hello, everybody. It's Ruby.
Hi, guys.
And so we love the ladies over there. They're great. Go follow them if you're not already. They got great stuff. And, a couple weeks ago or whatever, they had a huge special guest on their first ever YouTube video, Star Wars Theory. So go check that out. They had an interview with him. But they have all kinds of other content for their podcast too. You can go check out. So go follow them. Before we get into the interview, quick little news snippet. But today, the official teaser trailer for Stranger Things Season 5 dropped today. So that's super exciting. I did a reaction video, even though we are a Star Wars podcast. I did it anyway. So go check out my reaction to that trailer. I'm super pumped. Drew, did you watch it?
No.
Are you going to?
I don't know. I don't like teaser.
No, it's the full-on trailer.
Yeah.
It's not a teaser at all. Ruby, have you watched Stranger Things?
It's funny. I told my mom, she asked again what podcast it was that I was going to be on tonight, and I told her it was Empire Radio. And so she watched your reaction video. That's the first time I saw the teaser. And so it looks great. I'm excited for it.
But you've watched the show before?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we sometimes will do like YouTube exclusive non-Star Wars content. Yeah. And so we hope to find time to do a season 5 review in January when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
But it's a long time away.
When does the first part drop?
The day before Thanksgiving.
Still a long ways away.
Then Christmas Day, a few more episodes, and then New Year's Eve night or day is when the last episode, the finale.
They're hitting all 3 holidays and hoping people are not doing anything.
Yeah, but you only got to pay for 2 months of subscribing if you get it day of. So at least they didn't do, so they had to do like 3 months. That would have been rough.
Yeah.
Because it's lame. But it would be easy enough for people just to wait a few days after the first one, and then they just got to buy 1 month. So, but you're not here for Stranger Things. You are here for an interview about Star Wars. So we might as well just jump into it. Ruby, as always, we start out with, what is your Star Wars story? In other words, how did you become a Star Wars fan?
Well, it's a little long, but like I've always been aware of Star Wars. I mean, none of the big plot twists were a huge reveal for me. Like I always knew Vader was Luke's dad, and Anakin was Vader. Like I always knew, and like Luke being Leia's sister. Like I knew that. And then they kissed, and I was like, that's weird.
And it was.
So I have always known about Star Wars. I grew up with cousins who were huge, massive fans of it. So, I've always known it. But with that being said, I never really watched it. Like I was always the little girl who was like, oh, that's such a boys thing. Like I'm not going to watch Star Wars. I'm not going to watch the Clone Wars or Rebels. I remember seeing Rebels on Disney XD, and it was a classic case of like you're walking by and you see it on the show and you're like pretending not to be interested, but you're really interested. That was me every time. And so, yeah, don't hate me. Then the sequels came out and I was a big fan. That was like my first introduction into the Star Wars community, you could say. Is the first time I saw Star Wars in theaters. So that's a whole experience as well. So the sequels I really, really enjoyed. And then after I graduated, about I think it was like a year or so after I graduated high school, Bella and Sierra moved out here to Texas, and I knew them before they moved out here. So I was like, "Sweet friends out here, let's hang out." Hang out for a day. Told me they had a Star Wars podcast, and up until that point, I had really only watched the movies. I hadn't seen Solo. I think I watched Rogue One, loved that movie. Watched The Mandalorian, and then it was around the time when Andor season 1 was about to come out, and so we were talking about Andor, and we were all like, it'd be such a cool idea to have the perspective of someone on the podcast who doesn't know all the Star Wars lore, who hadn't seen the Clone Wars or, Rebels or any of the larger picture stuff. And so I hopped on for Andor, the season 1 review that we did. And I loved it. I still think Andor is one of the greatest shows that Star Wars has done. Season 2 was great. We'll probably get into that in a little bit based on my answers.
Ooh.
But I'm just saying.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So it just kind of snowballed after that. I started watching the Clone Wars, watched Rebels, Bad Batch, all the other stuff. And then now, that I have too many Legos of Star Wars. I've spent too much money on cons.
Drew's like, there's not enough Legos, not enough all that. So.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're fine.
Yeah. So it just, I've always loved Star Wars, the story of it. Like, you have your found family, and then just the simple, themes of good versus evil and redemption and morality. So all of that, chalks up to a really amazing story. And so all this to say, the sequels, after having watched the Clone Wars and everything else, ruins that. So, but so full circle of liking the sequels to like understanding why they're hated, and also not hating them, but also being like, oh, I see now.
I get it.
So that's kind of the
That's
gist.
Cool. So you said you had like cousins that are into Star Wars, but your immediate family is not into Star Wars, or have you gotten them on the team?
So my dad's a big fan of the originals. This past week we actually went through and watched all of the movies, and it was the first time he actually like paid attention to the sequels and like listened to the dialogue and not just was watching the fight scenes. And like, which valid, they're pretty sick fight scenes. But I was able to be like, yeah, and then this happens because Palpatine's this guy, and he, bigger picture came in to full view for him, and that was cool to experience. So my dad's a big fan. My mom's a fan. She also loves Star Trek, which is cool.
Okay. People can like whatever they like.
Yeah. She's a much bigger Star Trek fan. My sister doesn't really care. But that's just my sister. But she's a nerd in her own way.
Does she have her fandom that she's... Your mom's into Star Trek, your dad's like Star Wars. What is your sister? Does she...
my sister's a music nerd.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
so,
fair.
Yeah. She goes to Southwestern Seminary here in Fort Worth, and so she's like fully invested in like music history and a bunch of other music stuff.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is your Star Wars story. So, Drew, what is the first category for top twos?
All right, your top 2 starships. Not relationships.
No. So my second favorite is the Razor Crest.
Classic.
It's...
We get a lot of those.
Yeah, I don't really have a good reason. Like it's a pretty crappy ship. But it's still sick.
It's dope.
Right. Yeah. And then my first favorite is Luke's X-wing. I just think X-wings are cool, but
Ooh.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
it being
Have we heard that
Luke's-
one?
We've had X-wings before on people's list,
But
but not
Luke's?
specifically Luke's.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because his is like black and red or something like that, or what is it? Just black,
It's like white and
yeah.
orange.
white. I can't remember.
yeah,
Black and red. Black and red, I think, is Pose. You're thinking of.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah.
Oops.
But yeah,
And so, why is Luke's over X-wings in general?
I mean, I don't know. Just because I mean, it comes with R2 too as well. So
Oh, true.
Oh, I guess.
I mean, it's
Also,
kind of the full
that's
Special
package.
upgrade.
spoilers for a later on category.
A special upgrade.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, next top two is top two lightsabers.
Yeah. So my second favorite is Cal Kestis's.
Ooh.
I love the double-sided one where it's the I don't know what they're called, but it's like that one. You know?
Huh?
Like the.
It's the cuz you know like if you look at the poster or whatever, I'm trying to relate to it like what you may have seen of it, but the first variation of it where you see like the bottom of it is
It's broke,
broken.
yeah.
Yeah. That is sick where it's broken. But then
Mhm.
also when it's restored and it has that
Oh.
other double side is so
Yeah.
cool too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's so many variations of it in the game, so it's like all of it is cool.
So you've played a game?
I've played
Or you
both
just-
of them.
So then
Isn't
what
there an upgrade, like a special event that's coming out with that game too that they just announced?
I don't know.
I thought I saw them post something, but I thought it was just like a reel of the first of Fallen Order. I didn't look much into it.
I think it's supposed to be like a special edition that they're coming out with, like extra story with a girl. I don't know. Chat, help us out.
Oh,
I don't know.
Chat, help
I
us
didn't-
out. If
I didn't hear that. But when you're playing the games, what's your go-to blade color?
Ooh.
I think it's blue. It's been a hot minute since I've played, but I'm pretty sure I either stick with blue or white. So
All right, cool.
yeah.
What's yours, Jeremiah?
I go with yellow.
Oh, I should have
Okay.
known that.
Yeah, I've said that a million times. Yellow is my that's what
That's your favorite.
that should be what a lightsaber color is. But people like their blues and greens.
You don't need to get political now. Calm down.
What?
Your
That was your number two.
one.
Yeah. So my number one is Luke's from Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So I actually have it.
Yeah, you have it.
Yeah. 'Cause it's really cool. It's a theory saber.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Did you buy it or were you
I
gifted
did.
it?
Yes, I bought it. Yeah.
I didn't know what kind of connection y'all had.
So I got that one with the freedom sale that he just did. I think it just ended like last week or something, but it was like you buy one get two free.
Mm.
So, and I've never gotten a lightsaber before, so I was like, okay, I'll get 3. And then I did.
Perfect.
So,
All right.
yep.
Cool.
There is a DLC coming out.
For Indiana Jones.
What?
That's what it says. That's what
Then why
chat
was the
says.
trailer? I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. All right, Drew. Next category.
Your top 2 droids.
So I know we were talking about R2. He's not in either of those.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Yeah, so my second favorite is K2SO.
Ooh.
He's just so cool. He's
Facts.
very sassy as well. He's got a great personality.
Mhm.
And then my first favorite is BD1. He's just
Okay.
the sweetest
Oh.
little droid. Like, I just love him so much. I have a little Lego of him. That was like my first Star Wars Lego that I got, and it was BD1. So,
Exciting.
yeah.
That's
And
cool.
then I do have an honorable mention. I really have no reason why I love these droids so much, but I do, and it's the Gonk droids.
Oh, Team
I
Gonk.
just love him.
We have.
Lord.
This has been a debate on the
They're
podcast
gonna come out and
for a long time. The chat's gonna
waves
blow
now.
up because of this. But you know, remember in season 1 of Bad Batch, there was the Clink droid, like the R2 one, with but like had like the arms, you know, and to help him fix their ship when it
Clink?
was broke.
No, I don't remember that.
That's
He's the
perfect
best.
because I don't like
He's
him
the
either.
best.
But
No.
there's who's
Clink
better,
for the
the
win.
Bad Batch's Gonk droid or this Clink droid that helped them refix their ship and it was just there for like one episode. And so,
Gonky all the way.
yep,
No,
Team
no, no, no,
Gonk
no.
for
It
the
has to
win.
be. He's the best.
Team Clink.
But you're
I
right,
don't know
she just
why.
put Clink. But
What is the clean?
it looks like an R2 droid, but with like the arms
He had like
that come off the side,
slinky
arms.
and feet.
If you
He was
saw
super
it,
cute.
he
was
was a
adorable.
cool looking droid, but
I'm gonna
Gonk
look it
saved
up
their lives
later.
multiple times by
Yeah.
doing that, but by
Yeah.
charging the ship or whatever. But
It's not our fault that Clink wasn't in any more episodes.
I don't know.
He
But
would have saved them more too if he was allowed to.
True.
but that's a fun debate that we've had for a while. But you said you didn't have any really reason why you liked these droids. They just
You just
don't
the way
know.
they look or
K2SO
personality
is
or
my
what?
number one droid.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. I don't know. I love the way they look. They look like a trash can, and I love that. But they're like, they just gonk. I feel like if I were a droid, I'd be a gonk droid. I don't like.
All right.
I don't know why.
All right, cool. Well, next up, top 2 creatures in Star Wars.
Okay, I don't know if anybody has answered this before. I don't know why, but my second favorite is the blurgs.
Oh,
You know,
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's stated that as it, but
yeah,
they're cool.
they are cool. They look crazy. They're funny looking. I don't know. I remember seeing it in Mando for the first time and being like, what the crap is that? I love it. So, and then he rides it and it was the best thing ever.
yeah.
So that's my second favorite. And then my first favorite is the Zillow Beast.
Oh, dang.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
good one.
Complete different side of the spectrum. So, yeah.
So did you like the Zillow Beast a lot before it got back in Bad Batch, or was it because of Bad Batch that you really liked it?
No, it was before and then even more so after Bad Batch. But watching it in the Clone Wars and being like, oh my gosh, this massive beast was unpredictable, almost took out half a Coruscant.
Yeah.
Not half a Coruscant, but and then ended up being, such a important part of like cloning. And then it hasn't been confirmed of like it being a part of the Death Star stuff, but that's always been my theory.
I don't know. And
Ooh.
we don't know what happened to the one on Bad Batch, right? It's still
Yeah.
alive and kicking on
Yep.
Mount Tantus and that planet. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yep.
we'll get more in the future. Hopefully we do.
Yeah.
They just need to have like a Zillow Beast movie. It's like
Yeah.
a Godzilla movie.
Attack of the Zillow Beast.
Yeah, like that. People would love a Star Wars
I
monster
would.
movie.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Be
didn't we
sick.
theory that maybe because they had like the guy who did Godzilla -1
Yeah,
is
the
potentially
director
making a
of that movie was invited to Lucas,
Mhm.
and he did a showing of Godzilla -1 to the Lucas team. This was like Dave Filoni brought him. This was like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Have him make a Zillow Beast monster movie for Star Wars. Like that'd be so fun."
But if they did
I
that live
take
action,
my
would be
money.
so cool.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like a crew of people trying to survive this giant monster that's
Yeah.
Tatooine or something.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
yep.
That'd
But
be sick.
who knows? I feel like if they were gonna do it, they would have announced it by now because they had him over like 2 years ago or whatever. So
But he's busy, I think, because I think they're gonna make another Godzilla movie with him. So.
right, but Dave
Godzilla
Filoni, if you're
versus the
listening,
Zillow Beast.
get it done. We want a monster movie.
100%.
All right, cool.
All right.
Drew, what's
well,
up?
maybe you asked your sister for some help on this one, but what is your top 2 music themes / tracks?
It's actually really funny that you said that.
Because did you?
No, but I played them both for her, and she was like, "These aren't that great," or that's
What?
kind of what her face was
Whoa.
showing.
I'm
But she's
excited.
also like, she loves classical music and she loves like opera, and so that's like old opera. So she's, I don't know, she's, like I said, she's a music nerd, so she's a little pretentious in that sense, but
I'm curious on what your answers are now.
yeah. So my second favorite is Eno Cordova's theme from Fallen Order. I even my sister was like, I don't know why, but video games always have like the best scores. Like Halo has a great one. Like even Minecraft, like that's great music. Like right.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, Eno Cordova's theme. That's like the theme you hear when you pull up in the menu.
Right.
Sorry,
Oh.
rabbit just ran into my foot.
Because that
Scared
happens
the crap out of
every
me.
day. Because that's a normal trait that happens in life. Oh, shoot, a rabbit.
That scared me. It was just like something fluffy touched my foot and it's moving. Okay, sir, go away. Okay. Anyways, and then my first favorite is "It's Over Now" from Rebels. I forget. I think it's season 2 ending, season 3. But when Ahsoka fights Vader, it's that ending scene of her like, is she dead? No, she's not dead.
The very end was like the montage of all the characters.
Yeah.
There's no like dialogue or anything.
Yeah. And then I have another honorable mention. This one, it's not one of my favorites, but it's one that I struggle to listen to just because I just relive the moment, and it's the sacrifice from season 2 of Bad Batch when Tech dies. Like
R.I.P.
Like
Drew
I
still
don't
thinks he's alive because we didn't see a
Yeah.
body, but
I think
dead.
he's a goner.
Okay,
I think he's dead. I think he's
chill.
gone.
Calm down.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why the story doesn't really affect me that much anymore, but the music, when I go back and listen to it, I'm like it's like it happened all over again.
Still wrecks you.
Yeah, I can barely
That's
listen
how you
to
know
it.
music is good.
Yeah, it's true.
But you definitely need to get your sister into Star Wars music because
Yeah.
she knows that it's John Williams
Yeah, what
does most
Yeah.
of it, and
Come
that
on.
it's the best, considered some of the best music. Like you gotta have her watch or listen to Revenge of the Sith soundtrack.
Yeah.
That is like
Yeah.
the best Star Wars soundtrack out there.
Yeah.
With the best bangers.
It is cool because there's a lot of inspiration that John Williams takes from like older classical music, and so a lot of the times she hears like, oh, that sounds a lot like this song, and I think it's either Darth Vader's theme or the Order 66 theme, where she's like, that's just a death march, and I was like, that's sick to know, like that history
you
is so
see
cool.
Anakin marching up the temple,
right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So,
but
even the
John
Force
Williams
theme is something.
Yeah, John Williams is known to like take classical music and like altering melodies. Like
Yeah.
you go listen to like eerily like similar to things like the Jaws theme is not his thing really. It's just a version of someone else's thing. And same with like Across the Stars is very reminiscent of like was it Rachmaninoff or whatever that composer's name is? Rachmaninoff or something, whatever. So it's just
coolest name of all time. Let's be real.
Yep. But Star Wars music is so good, so iconic.
Yeah.
Especially when you pair it with what you see on screen. It's so descriptive and emotional.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to do like, because sometimes people like orchestras will go on tour and they'll like play all the songs and then have the movie playing, and it's like you're just hearing the music live by an orchestra. Like I've always wanted to do that just because like it would be such an experience just to hear the music.
Yeah, the Minnesota Orchestra does every year a Star Wars movie. I think it's Empire Strikes Back or something maybe this fall.
That's so
Yeah, I
cool.
don't know. I hope so.
Tickets go on sale on the 29th
Ooh.
for like October. They do like a weekend or a couple weeks or something like that.
And it's like you're watching the movie and then they're playing the music for the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
love
pretty
that. Man.
Cool.
I've been really wanting to go see it, but it's been like the new movies, so I'm like, I gotta wait a little bit to get these old ones back in.
You know, restart the cycle.
Yeah.
Go back
Yep.
to one.
All right. Fun. Moving on. Top 2 funny moments in Star Wars. There's a lot of drama, but there's a lot of funny moments too. So
Yeah. So my first one is more related to like what happened in a show. And then my second one is more like, okay, this is the experience that we had when we watched it. So my second one was also concerning the season 2 of Bad Batch when Tech dies and everything just falls apart. Fortunately, they were releasing season 2 of Bad Batch and Mando season 3 at the same time and like on the same night.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bella and Sierra were over at my house and we were just, you know, pulling an all-nighter, watched the season 2 finale of Bad Batch. Bella and I were completely distraught. We're just like, what just happened? There's videos from that night that maybe will get posted sometime down the road, but it was absolute chaos. And I will never forget that night. It was horrible, but it was so much fun. And then so we decided to watch Bad Batch first. And then we go over to watch Mando and we get to see, you know, the new episode on Disney Plus, and the thumbnail is blank. The title is just like episode 8 or whatever it was, I don't remember. But I start freaking out. I have the remote in my hand. I'm just like, where is it? Where is it? It's not there. And I'm like, this can't be happening. Like, we just witnessed a murder and we want to watch Mando and feel happy. And we couldn't because I was holding the remote and was just frozen. And so Bella just is like, you know, that the pull yourself together. It was basically that moment. And so Bella, you know, grabs the remote from my hands and starts playing it. And I was like, oh, it's fine. The episode's there. It's just, you know, the thumbnail wasn't loaded up. It was just a glitch. And so that was also the episode where Zeb first showed up in live action. And so we went from like being so distraught and delirious to being so giddy and happy, but also still distraught. And it was like 3:00 in the morning too. It was late, but that was like, looking back now, it is pretty hilarious. And so that's my.
I thought it was gonna be the episode with Jack Black and Lizzo, because that would have been hilarious if that's what it was.
It's one of the worst things in all of Star Wars.
Okay, chill. No, it was a good episode. Jack Black does no harm.
I like Jack Black. He's the best, but
Yeah.
I don't need him in Star Wars unless he's like voicing a character or something.
Have you seen the what's it called? Minecraft movie yet?
No.
You should watch it.
I have never played Minecraft. I've never really watched it. I don't care.
No, but it's Jack Black. It's like a game version of Nacho Libre, dude. It's
I've never seen Nacho Libre.
What?
It's such a great movie.
I hear it's a good one, but I just
oh no. That hurts my soul.
But Juna, you and I have eaten at Taco Libre. Does that count?
No.
It is good.
It is very good. But
no, you got it, bro. You got to. It's so good. Nacho Libre is amazing.
Yeah.
But also Minecraft is fun because it's like a version of that. It's just Jack Black. Like, you can't go wrong with him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The top funny moment, it was in the Mandalorian episode where it's in season 1. I don't remember the name of the episode, but it's the prison break one where Mando teams up with Bill Burr. I don't know what his character's name is. But it's that episode.
Mayfeld?
Yes, that guy. I don't know why I can never remember his name. But anyways, it's also, I was rewatching that episode a little while ago, and I forgot Matt Lanter is in it just for like the smallest second, and he dies. And so he popped up, and I was like, oh, hey, it's that guy. And then he dies, and I just, started cracking up. But if you go back and watch it again and just look at his body after he's been killed, it's so obviously a mannequin.
It is?
Oh,
It
really?
is, and it killed me. Like, I was texting my like, his arms are just so stiff. Like, there's a part where he's just like, he's just like a board facing down, and it's like, this is not a real man. Like, this is a mannequin, and I was dying. But that was like my top funny moments. So I don't really have like an intentionally funny thing.
Oh.
It's all about like,
I never know. I gotta go back and look at that scene now. I never.
Yeah.
Like, why would they do that? Like, they just gotta like.
well, because Matt Lanter doesn't want to lay on the floor for.
Well, yeah, but you can use
It doesn't-
the person making coffee off camera to like, put the costume on his later for
busy
an
making coffee, bro.
extra $1,000 just to lay here for
Yeah.
20 minutes while they film the scene. But
or even just like a softer mannequin. Like, it literally, like, its arms were so stiff, its legs were so stiff. Like, there was no.
Someone needs to screenshot that and send it to us.
I was dying.
all right, cool.
All right, your top 2 quotes.
So my second favorite is "Do It or Not, There Is No Try." I just think
Classic.
it's a classic, exactly. And it's Yoda who's saying it, so even cooler and backwards. But hey, it's Yoda. And then my first is from Andor season 1, when Cassian goes back to his mom Marva, and he's like, come with me, like, I want you to come with me, I don't want to go without you. And she's just like, that's just love. Like, that part wrecked me. It wrecked me. I was like, you did not just say that in this instance. And so all of the dialogue in that show is just peak. Like,
Right.
all of it, every single line was so intentional and beautifully acted. So it was so hard to choose a top quote, but I knew it had to be from Andor, and so that one just like,
It's just love. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
But also, I'm super mad that Andor only got 3 Emmy nominations.
I saw
I'm
that.
so mad that Genevieve O'Reilly did not get nominated for supporting actress.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about that because
Yeah.
season 2, episode 3
Yeah.
was one of the best acting performances in all human history from her, and I'm not happy about that. So
Yeah.
at least
But
I got
Love on the
nominated.
Spectrum got 5. So
Huh?
Love on the Spectrum got 5. So there you
I
go.
don't even know what that is. But
I didn't know that.
and it got nominated for best picture or best show, drama show, which I'm happy at least in that category.
Yeah.
And then best directing for the Gorman Massacre episode.
Wow.
But like only
That was
3.
a good episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
whatever.
kind of sad because like I think The Bear got like 27 nominations or
The
something crazy.
Severance is, I think, had the biggest
Yeah.
count. But like I don't even know about that show. I guess I know it's a thing, but I never watched it.
You gotta watch that.
I don't care.
Bro.
Dude, I don't watch TV anymore. Really.
I know, but like I binged that in like a week. You gotta watch it. It's on Apple though.
Oh, it's an Apple? Ugh.
I know. But it's so good, bro. You would love it. It is so you, Jeremiah.
So me? I don't know.
Yes.
Whatever.
It's all like mental mind game. Like it is so you, Jeremiah.
Huh.
It's like you would love it. I know it.
I'm. It's hard to impress me these days, Drew.
No, trust Jeremiah. I'm telling you. Have you seen it? Have you seen Severance?
I haven't. I've heard a lot of good things about it, though.
You know what it's about, right?
I don't.
Do you? It's about. It's like a concept where your brain was severed, so that when you go to work, you don't remember what's going on at work, and then when you leave work, you come back to your reality. So you have. It's pretty much you're living two different bodies.
Whoa.
So like for 8 hours while you're at work, your body, like what you're thinking of, we would have no like idea of what happened at work. So it's like really interesting. And then like the severed people start communicating and creating relationships, but then they don't know that they're married up
Whoa.
in the real world, or like they don't know anything about who they are in the real world. So like you could be married with 4 kids, but your severed body isn't, and you have like a different relation. Like it's so crazy, bro. Jeremiah, I'm telling you, you would love it.
Is it these people work for one company, or is it just
it's called
people get anyone can do it?
No, you sign up for it so you know what you're doing. So like the main guy, kind of spoilers, not really spoilers. He does it because something happened in his real life that he wants to forget 8 hours out at a day.
Oh,
so 8 hours in the day, he doesn't want to remember what happened to him. And then you realize that, oh, dude, it's wild, bro. You gotta watch it, dude. Jeremiah,
anyway,
on my list.
It's so good.
Before we move on, we gotta transition over to a sponsorship ad. And so, if you are trying to escape your life from trauma and you just want to forget things, why don't you try a cup of coffee or tea from Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and you can get a little discount with our promo code. So let's just take a listen to that.
Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor of today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that whether you live in the Twin Cities or not, you can get their coffee beans delivered straight to your door by ordering them online. They even have a subscription service that ensures you never run out of amazing coffee. If you've been looking for some new coffee to try or a way to elevate your normal coffee routine, now's your chance. Head over to wesleyandrews.cc, use the code EMPIRERADIO, that's with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, to get 15% off your first purchase of any bags of coffee or a coffee subscription. I can't think of a better deal. Get 15% off some great coffee, support a small business, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, we are back, and now we're getting into some juicy topics, more meaningful topics that people all are very passionate about. So next up, top 2 characters in Star Wars.
So my second favorite is more of like a recent development. I kind of flip-flop between a lot of characters, but right now my second favorite is Cassian.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
Like,
dang.
Just his entire story of just, being not that great of a guy to still not being that great of a guy, but doing not great things for a great cause. Like just that whole concept is really intriguing to me. And also just like Rogue One is such an impactful movie. And like watching Andor and then watching Rogue One is such an experience. Especially after season 2. Like it's just insane. And then the very end of season 2, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it because it's kind of a big thing, but like,
no, just if you're listening to this, you expect to be spoiled. So if you haven't watched Andor, it's your own fault. So go ahead and say anything.
Okay. So like he ends up, Bix and him have a kid. Like he has a son, and just the scene of like where Bix is heading off, in the fields just that scene and then comparing that to when Cassian dies is like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But yeah, his whole character arc is insane and I love it. It's very different for Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Leave me alone. People are texting me. Okay. And then
It's
my
not Bella
first
or Sierra trying to mess with you.
It's not. They know what's going on. And then my first favorite is Luke because he's
Oh,
just the
dang.
best. Yeah, I was actually debating on this with my sister the other day. She loves Han Solo. Granted, this is my sister, so she hasn't seen the movies in a while. And she plays the devil's advocate a lot and
Sounds
just
like
rage
it.
baits. Yeah. Older sisters. They're the best. But yeah, so she was just poking holes and she was like, Luke is not the best character. And I was like, you're crazy. You're crazy. I mean, I know it's not everybody's favorite character, but he's mine. He's the best. He's just so cool. He's the true embodiment of what a good Jedi is, in my opinion. But excluding the sequels.
More than anyone, or just like he's one of the ones that actually.
Ahsoka's up there.
Up there.
But you think he's better than Ahsoka for
I mean, he
being
was.
a perfect Jedi? Dang.
They're both
Is that
up
your
there.
hot take too
I mean,
for
I
your
think
next?
no. I think you guys are gonna hate my hot take.
Ooh.
Well, that's the
But-
whole point of a hot take, to be controversial.
Exactly.
So I hope we hate it.
Yeah, I don't know. Luke, I don't know. Luke has always been the character that I have known Star Wars for. So it's nostalgic for me. And it's also, he's just so cool.
So then, does that mean you're basing that without his sequel
Yes.
trilogy appearances?
Yes.
But if you were to include that, would that ruin the character for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yes. Like,
Interesting.
I try not to think about his character in the sequels just because like it really does tarnish everything about him and about like Anakin being the chosen one. So all of that is just complete. It becomes void when you watch the sequels. But if we are including Luke's character in the sequels to this, then no, not my favorite at all. So yeah, they all anyways, we'll say that later, I think.
EU Luke,
yeah.
you'd love then.
The what?
The EU Luke, you would love that.
The expanded universe,
But the
before
non-canon,
Oh,
the
yeah.
non-canon Luke.
Yeah.
because
Yeah, you
he's
like the EU
crazy.
Luke.
Yeah. I have a couple comics, or one of them that is Luke and he's like at Vader's old temple or whatever, and I have like the one that's like in the middle of the story, so I don't know any of the context, but what I have seen from it is really cool. So
Exciting. All right, Drew, what's
All
up
right,
next?
your top 2 moments in Star Wars.
So my second favorite, I'm gonna sound like a broken record when I get to my first one, but my second favorite is when Hera says, "May the Force be with you" in Ahsoka. That was the first time where I was like, oh, I felt the impact of what that actually means for them. Like, I don't know. It was I got chills at that moment. I was like, that was so cool to see Hera in live action saying that to a live action Ahsoka, and Ahsoka going off to find a live action Ezra Bridger. Like, all of that was just such an insane moment. And so emotional for every single person there too. So it was pretty huge. And then my first favorite moment was when Luke showed up in Mando. That
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good
amazing. The coolest thing that I have seen in Mando, and I think Star Wars, but it was also like, that was the first time I saw Luke as he was meant to be. That makes sense. Like,
Yes, it does.
so, well, minus the CGI. But,
well, sure.
I mean, at the time, I didn't care. Like, it was Luke. But just that whole scene of, like, his X-Wing flying in and, like, I was like, that's not him. Is it him? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that moment
that
was
whole scene.
amazing.
Have you watched the behind the scenes for season 2 of Mando?
I don't think so. No.
So
I
do
think
you
I've seen
know?
clips.
So do you know who? Like they try to like leak a fake character that was
Yeah.
in that place of Luke, so that if it got leaked, people would not
Yeah.
know. Did you know who that was? Who
It was
they did?
Plo Koon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
That
even
would have
made
been
like
pretty sick too.
made like concept art of Plo Koon and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Plo Koon.
Yeah.
That'd
Me
been
too.
cool if he showed up, but
Yeah.
he died in Order 66.
That he did.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Next up, the opposite side of the spectrum, the top 2 least favorite moments in all of the Star Wars.
So we kind of already talked about this. My second least favorite moment is the Lizzo and Jack Black cameos.
Perfect.
I have nothing against either of them. I love Jack Black. I mean, Nacho Libre. He's the best. He's awesome, right? I don't know why. I just did not like the episode. Like, I just felt like it was an excuse just to have them, and they were just weird. They were really weird characters. I'm sorry.
I did not. Drew knows I hated that episode so
a lot
much.
of people did.
Yeah.
I think Andrew did too, didn't he?
Probably.
Most people did.
Yeah. It felt like a really big letdown. It was just like, why? Although, like, you can't blame them though, because like if anybody had the opportunity to be in Star Wars, like, why would you not take it?
100%.
Like, why would you not do that? You'd be crazy if you didn't. So I can't blame them, but I can blame the writers
And the directors.
Well, the director was Bryce Dallas Howard, and she's
pretty solid.
That was her only terrible thing, but everything
Yeah.
else that she's done has been amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll let her
it
have
was a
one
choice.
pass. But if she does it
She gets one
again,
L in her
because
career.
she's directing an episode in Ahsoka season 2, so they released the director list for those for season 2. So I'm excited.
Oh,
Yep.
fingers crossed.
But what's so that's your number 2.
Oh yeah. Then my first least favorite one is when Luke was conflicted about killing Ben in the sequels. And it's like, dark side Luke. Like, that's not my Luke Skywalker. Like, who is this man?
I don't know. I don't know. He said it was just a moment. It was just a moment of thought, and then it went away. Like, I guess that goes to your point of him being the perfect Jedi, that he didn't give in. Like, he had the thought, and then he let it pass. But
yeah, I don't know. Even like that scene, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't know. I don't have any other reason other than just being like, I did not jive well with that.
All right.
It's not the moment where he throws lightsaber over his shoulder.
We hate that. We talk about that like every episode, how much we
that
hate
is,
that.
that.
Yep.
I have no
we
words.
get it.
That's all you need.
Say no more.
Yeah. It also, like, when he dies fighting the AT-AT or whatever, it felt so anticlimactic too, of just like, he just was never there. He was on a rock.
I don't know. I thought his death was kind of cool just because he gave everything, every energy, all the energy he had, and it drained him. And he saved the galaxy. So,
Yeah.
But to each their own, I guess. All right, Drew. Next up,
your top 2 deaths.
Okay. So my second, how do I word this? Second favorite death?
Yeah. Or it's not favorite, or it's just like something that was
'Cause
meaningful
you could go
or funny
either
that
like
you just
Yeah.
you don't
happy
like
someone
it,
died.
you
Yeah.
don't
For any
like it,
reason.
or you like it,
Yeah.
or
It
you're
was
yeah.
it's a meaningful one. It was so my second favorite one is Luthen. Like
Oh,
for
dang.
me, that the
Ooh.
scene that like it felt so mundane in a sense, but like the impact of him dying is so huge. Like literally, he lived out his entire speech from season 1 of where he's like, I'll burn and I'll never be able to see, the result of everything I've given in for. And he dies because, he kills himself with it, and he dies for the rebellion, and it's just like the entire episode I was like, no, he's gonna live, he's gonna be fine, and then he dies. And what's the girl's name?
Clea?
Clea. I knew it started with a C or a K or something like that. But just like him being like a father figure to her, that whole episode of those flashbacks and his backstory with her and her backstory, just, passing of the torch and her being able to witness everything that he gave his life for, like a beautiful moment. And then my first favorite is Darth Vader, like his death, just full circle moment, dies to save Luke. Really solidifies like, oh, he is the chosen one. Like he, took out Palpatine, restored balance to the Force. So, and then it's Darth Vader, and just that whole scene of him like, take off my mask, let me see you with my own eyes.
Mhm.
It's so sweet, so meaningful, so sad. But also like he needed to die because he was a really bad guy. So, yeah, those are my 2 top deaths.
All right, cool. Now we're looking forward to this one because you already mentioned it's a hot take, big hot take. But what is your Star Wars hot take? The most controversial thing that you think or believe or would say about something in Star Wars?
So I don't know if it's not a big hot take with like, it's not niche or anything. It's just you guys specifically, I've heard, would probably fight very hard against this.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not the biggest fan of Solo, the movie.
Uh-oh. So now we know
Yeah.
what your rankings are going to be for.
Yep. I've only seen it once, and I
Oh,
like
that's
literally
the
watched
issue.
it. Yeah. So could very well be.
So you
One of
just
the
watched it last
problems.
week?
I think it was last week or the week before, but yeah.
You just said you binged all the movies.
So yeah, I binged it all with my dad, and that's the first time I've seen Solo.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
And he'd seen it before me. Like I knew
No.
Maul was in it.
What, you did?
I did.
Oh, that's the best part of the
Oh,
movie.
see, if you
Yeah.
didn't know that and then you saw it, you would have liked it a lot
Oh.
better.
Yeah. I will say I was waiting the entire time for him to show up, and then he showed up, and I was like, okay, that's pretty sick. The way
Bro.
he came up for that.
In the theater,
have it
that was
here.
like the coolest moment ever. Still remember.
I bet.
I could probably
Yeah,
tell you
so-
what seat I was in. That's how dope that was.
Yeah. So when Maul showed up, I will admit that was pretty sick. And then the first time we see the Millennium Falcon in the movie and the Force theme starts playing, I did get chills. That was really cool. But as a whole, the story, I thought the story was good. I wasn't a big fan of. I don't know. Maybe it was just Han and his character that I don't really favor very much. But I just felt
Just because your sister likes
It's
Han
weird.
Solo.
no.
Okay. Just making sure.
What if you
No.
show her that movie and she says it's her favorite movie of all time?
time.
That'd be so
She
funny.
would. She would just to make me upset.
Just to bother you.
We got to get her on the podcast.
Yeah, I want to
Like,
interview her.
have
now.
her watch all the movies. 'Cause our one requirement, to the bare minimum, is you have to watch all 11 movies. That's
Yep.
If you do that, you can be on the podcast for the same exact interview questions.
Yeah. She'd be fun. We had her on I think once or twice on our podcast, and The inspiration for those episodes basically came from like Mackenzie and I. Mackenzie is my sister, that's her name. We were just hanging out one day and I was just saying random Star Wars names and she was just explaining the characters, having no knowledge of who they were.
Oh, that's fun.
And so one of them was Harris and Dula, and she thought I said like Harris and like she thought it was Harrison Dula. And so she was like, this guy, da 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 da. And
That's
then
a fun game, actually.
Yeah. It was hilarious. And she's great at like, you know, BSing her way through whatever. So yeah, she's pretty hilarious with rage baiting, and she tries to gaslight you sometimes and it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Nice.
So
But anyway, Han
But
Solo
anyways,
movie.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we really like it because if you just understand it as a standalone film, it's just a fun movie. It's
Yeah.
not high stakes, and if you can just enjoy it for what it is, you can like it more. And also like the train heist scene, I thought was an amazing like train heist, like really cool. Because train heists are train heists, like who cares? But like
True.
that one was really fun. Young Lando, best thing in the whole movie.
Facts.
His portrayal was Donald Glover.
Donald Glover's the best. He's the GOAT.
It was the best, most perfect casting for a younger character.
Facts.
Like, and then it's just cool to see
Yeah.
Darth Maul and all that jazz. But
Yeah.
That Darth Maul, I yelled so loud in that theater. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll like it more after like a couple more watches.
definitely.
And then I am hoping that there is some tie-in with the mall show with it too. Like, oh, why is Kira
there
reporting to
will
him?
be, because they said the Maul show will cover from when he leaves Mandalore from season 7 to how he gets to Malachor
Okay.
in Rebels. So we'll see that whole like
Wow.
17 years.
That's crazy.
And so it's going to take multiple seasons, probably. I'm assuming they're not going to do one season. But the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is in Rebels season 2 when he says, "The one they call Vader is coming, and I can't defeat him." So that means he's met Darth Vader before, and he's fought Darth Vader before and lost, and he knows that I can't defeat him. So we're going to see him fight Vader. I'm excited. But
I've never put those two together. That
Yeah.
is going to be so epic.
Yep.
So
Still sad.
we're probably not going to get that fight right away. So we'll probably have to wait till like season 3 or some nonsense. But we're excited.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
All right. That was your hot take. Drew, next up.
Rank the trilogies.
So this was something that not a lot of variety in this one, but it's 3 trilogies. How would you rank them? Start with your 3, 2, and then your 1.
Okay. You could probably already guess. My least favorite trilogy are the sequels. And then second favorite is prequels, and then first favorite are the OGs, the originals.
Ooh, I love your answer.
That's probably it's either, so usually always sequels are on the bottom, but then it's the other ones is
We've
kind of
had
like
them on the top though.
a couple of them. But I guess the question is, why do you like the originals more than the prequels? And then I would say, like, is it a drastic difference? Like, is it by far your number 1, or are they pretty close, 1 and 2?
They're pretty close. I think the originals resonate with me more just because it's nostalgic in a sense, and also, it's a simpler. It's much simpler than the prequels in the sense of these themes of good and evil, and it's not so it's more black and white than the politics with the prequels. And granted, I do really love the politics of the prequels because it's not so black and white, and you really get to see the behind the scenes or the backstory of everything that leads up to the originals. But the originals for me are like the climax of it all, and like that's it. Like, that's where it started, and that's also where it ends. So, well, kind of where it ends.
Right. All right. Cool. Well, that brings us to our final category. Rank all 11 films. So start from your bottom and just list them. You don't got to explain them as you do them. And then we'll go back and kind of ask some questions depending on where you put things. So
Yeah. So my least favorite at number 11 is The Rise of Skywalker. And then The Last Jedi, and then The Force Awakens. And I guess that's also their release order. But yeah, they're down there because they should be. And then number, what is this, 8?
Yep.
Is Solo. And then Attack of the Clones, Empire, New Hope, Phantom Menace, Rogue One. My top 3s are Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith, and Return of the Jedi. So.
All right. Cool. All right. So the question that I always ask, because people tend to put this down bottom, and I defend this movie. You put Attack of the Clones at number 7. I think Attack of the Clones is the most underrated Star Wars film. So why is it so low for you?
Yeah. This was really, really hard up until the sequels. Because, I mean, I love Attack of the Clones, but I don't know. All the other ones were just like a centimeter higher than it. But I don't know. There is a lot of lore in it, and there's a lot of like listening in it. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't know. It's hard to compare.
And I think you put Empire Strikes Back at number 6. I think that might be the lowest someone's ever put.
Sure.
Because I always say that Empire Strikes Back is the most overrated Star Wars film.
Okay.
So I'm kind of happy that it's kind of low. But why?
No.
But is it? You said episode 2 was everything was kind of close. Would you say that episode 5 is still close to everything, but it's just everyone has had a little bit more than the next one?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I love Empire. This is funny. I actually wrote a paper about it in high school because it was either that or another book, and I was like, I'm not reading the book. I'm gonna watch a movie.
Right. So why would they even make that as an option?
Right? Like, why? Well, I was homeschooled, so.
Oh.
Yeah. That gives you more insight to me than I'm sorry. But yeah. So
Okay.
Where was I going with this? I don't know.
You did a book report or a movie review on paper, high school?
I think it was like a persuasive essay or something like that. I don't know what I was trying to persuade. I don't remember, but I do remember that it was about Star Wars.
So. Did you get an A on it?
So grades are weird in homeschooling.
She got a star.
Yeah,
thumbs up from mom.
Yeah, like I got, tutor was like, cool, this is great. And then mom's like, cool.
All right.
Next thing.
So then
homeschool is longer.
You put Return of the Jedi as your number 1. Mm-hmm. So why is that your favorite movie, Star Wars movie of all time?
I mean, it's kind of like what I've been saying. It's the full circle. It comes to an end, well, where I think it should have ended. And like, it's such a great ending, and it resolves a lot of loose ends for the most part, kind of. But it leaves off on a happy note, right? Like, it's nostalgic for me, and also, it's cool. Story is a really big thing for me, and like the intention behind the story, and like what can you teach with it. And so for Return of the Jedi, it's the themes of redemption for Darth Vader, and him being redeemed by his son, and the good that Luke shows to him, and the never wavering of belief for Luke that he had in Vader for him being good, and also Luke having the support and care for the rebellion and his friends in the rebellion, Luke or Leia and Han and yeah, so all of that. And even Mon Mothma shows up and General Akbar, the whole scene of them fighting and trying to take down the second Death Star, and it all culminates to just a big happy ending. And the Ewok song. How could you not love the Ewok song?
When Sierra was on, we asked her, did she prefer the Yub Nub or the newer official ending? Which one do you prefer?
What's the difference? I don't know.
Oh, there's a difference.
There's two different versions. So the Yub Nub is not the official. If you go on Disney Plus and watch episode 6, it's not Yub Nub.
What is?
It's a different.
Is this like a theme
soundtrack?
Song? It's just a song.
Oh,
you didn't know that?
No.
You just watched them. Did you watch them on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have heard, because Yum Nub is.
Yeah, that's not on Disney Plus version.
What?
No, because they added those like CG scenes of like different things throughout the galaxy and stuff. So when they put those in, they put a different soundtrack on there. Mm-hmm. That's just more like a happy song. That's just like not.
It's not Yub
Ewok
Nub.
singing Yub Nub. It's just a instrumental orchestral thing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
You should look into
that.
And
the original song in Jabba's Palace is different too.
Yeah, that I picked up on because the CGI was like, this isn't fitting for this movie.
Yeah, I need to keep that. I need to get that song soundbite, bro. That's the best.
I have that song as a jam track in Fortnite.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you should.
It's my victory one that it plays that whenever we get a victory royale. But anyways, that's a tangent. But yeah,
Fortnite's
I didn't know
underrated.
That. I agree. Well, a lot of people love it, but
I've never played it.
All the Star Wars stuff in Fortnite is so dope.
The
last season was so good.
Yeah, I spent too much money on some V-Bucks to get stuff.
Yeah, me too. Which is why I still play that game 10 years later, because I have.
Is that how old it is? 10 years?
Yeah,
it's up there. I think so. It's close.
Yeah.
Chat. When was Fortnite released? Let us know.
It's
like
been a hot minute.
2017?
It's like 17 or 16, so it's getting up there.
Yeah, I remember playing on iPad when it first came out.
Yeah.
That was a thing?
So,
wow.
Yeah. It's a thing now, again, because they took it off of Apple because they were having issues with V-Bucks, and Apple was like getting less money. It was like they were in a lawsuit for a long time with Apple, and then they settled it, and now you can play it on your phone and stuff again.
Yeah.
My question is, why is The Last Jedi not your least favorite movie?
That's our number 10. Come on.
I mean,
I don't even remember much of The Last Jedi.
As you shouldn't.
But you just know the Rise of Skywalker you hated more.
Yeah. Well,
no,
I think
the Force Awakens your last one, isn't it?
No,
that's number
10. 9, 8, 7 is how she had her 11, 10, 9.
2017. So yeah.
Yeah, you actually said 2017. Wow.
But
it's a long time.
Man.
But anyway.
Yeah. What happened in The Last Jedi? That's the one.
That's the one with Luke being depressed and
that's the Luke one. Also, that's
fighting on Crate fighting Kylo Ren and dying by hovering.
Charge and Poe got locked out and wasn't allowed to be
the Haldo maneuver.
A Haldo maneuver.
I feel like, so here's the thing. I don't want to say I feel like I need to rewatch these again, but I like.
So when you said you rewatched the movie, did you mean you didn't watch the sequel trilogy?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, so you didn't even. Okay, I thought you watched all 11 films
fair.
in the past week, but you just don't consider those.
Well, yeah, we haven't ventured there yet.
Jeremiah, she hasn't got there yet.
It's true.
Oh, okay.
We did watch them in order. Yeah, I think we just finished. We watched Solo last Thursday, I think. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that is all of the interview questions. So that's that. Any other comments about Star Wars you want to make? Or is your heart content with what you've stated tonight?
I feel like I'm pretty content.
All right, cool. Well, time to transition over to everyone's favorite time of every episode, voicemail time. It's voicemail time. All right, we are up here with our voicemails, and we got 4 tonight. The first 2 are from a first-time voicemail sender, so we always love getting new people on. It's from Stelio from the Discord, who's been in Discord for quite a while and pops in once in a while, but this is his first time sending voicemail. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Hey, Empire Radio. It's Stelio from the group chat. Pictures like Thanos. I never leave voicemails, but I'm listening for like 4 years. It felt overdue. I love your podcast, by the way. Always throw it on at work. Consistent uploads, consistent good episodes. I love what you guys do. And yeah, I'm going to put a Star Wars take in a second email here.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for sending in your first ever voicemail. I recognize the name from you popping up every once in a while in the Discord. So, but he has a hot take or a little thing he wants to say about Star Wars, and so here's his number 2. So this is a good talking point because this is something that Ruby could give her insight on based on some of the things she's talking about tonight. So let's take a listen.
Okay, so my take is on the sequels, and I think they would be pretty much infinitely better if, from The Force Awakens, as soon as Finn gets the lightsaber from Maz, he's the Jedi, and you don't have Rey having that vision at all. So you make Finn the Jedi, you have Rey take the mantle from Han Solo, you have Poe follow Leia as like a protege, and you get rid of Starkiller Base and have them just rescue Rey, and the B plot is the whole story of Kylo Ren and Luke. Then you just don't have Palpatine come back later and run with that story, and I think they're like 1,000 times better. You can get into Kylo Ren and Snoke in Episode 8, and it would change it up quite a bit.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Thank you, Stelio. Yes. So basically, you make, Finn the Jedi, which everyone wanted. That's what the trailer, that when that first came out, everyone thought he was going to be the Jedi. And then, but I like how Stelio stated that the Kylo Ren Luke storyline is fleshed out more in Episode 7 and not having to wait until Episode 8. And so, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. Ruby, what do you think? What do you like the direction he's going with?
Yeah, I love all of it. I think he needs to be in the writer's room. Yeah, loved. Yeah, that would have been infinitely better. That was another thing too that I didn't like with the sequels is like they baited everybody into thinking Finn was going to be a Jedi, and I do genuinely think like it would be such a cool story to have an ex-stormtrooper become a Jedi and fight the Empire. Like that's such a cool concept.
Right.
Why didn't they do that?
But we find out in Episode 9 that he is Force sensitive, and that and so if they ever make that Rey movie, which that's getting delayed again for whatever reason, but and I think he's been in talks with coming back supposedly, so we might see Finn as a Jedi if that movie ever comes out. But if it comes out, so who knows?
Yeah.
But
give Finn his own show.
His own show.
I don't know. Show. That's
I don't know. I know they did his character dirty, but I don't know if I care enough to have him have his own show. There's a lot of other characters I would rather have shows centered around.
It's true.
Admiral Akbar.
That would be sick.
I would take that show.
That would be cool.
Like
It's
how
just-
he got to that point where
It's just him
Yeah.
as a kid with his like siblings, and he's just, you know,
it's a trap. He's just like
putting
setting traps out
because
booby
they're all
traps
underwater.
everywhere.
So there's probably just like making like water traps, like little like swampy areas, and getting caught in seaweed and stuff. It's a trap. Ha, 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 ha.
Have you heard-
Exactly.
Have you heard Jeremiah's take on the Haldo remover and how the movie would change significantly by just taking her out of the film?
So the Haldo maneuver is, you know, when Vice Admiral Haldo crashes into the First Order ship. So that's the
Okay.
Haldo maneuver. It should have been Admiral Akbar that did that move, the Akbar maneuver. And then, like,
Yeah.
he gets on the comms, and General Hux is over there, and he's like, "Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is?" And then, "It's a trap." And then he guns it, and then it blows it up, and he sacrifices his life that way rather than getting sucked into space and just dying and no one saw him die.
Yeah.
But-
And also the whole
sounds so cool.
relationship with Poe and Admiral Akbar. We would have trusted Admiral Akbar instead of feeling like we are trusting Poe. Like it would have just been a better
Yeah.
like scenario than
Yeah.
just one-sided this girl that showed up out of nowhere and taking charge, and no one cares about her and everyone's mad at her the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. I love that it's a trap.
mhm.
That's the best part.
All right. Thank you, Stelio. It's good to hear from you, and we hope to hear from you again in the
Yeah.
future. And, you know, if anyone listening, if you've never sent one in,
Do
look,
it.
It's that easy.
Even
All
if
right.
you've been listening for 4 years, doesn't
Yep.
matter.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got two from our good friend Yaretsi, who's been in the chat all night. I can't remember what either of these ones are about, so we're just going to listen to number one.
Hey Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi, and I wanted to add, I finally figured out what my fifth one would be for top 5 alien species. And they appear in the EU Thrawn trilogy, and I know they're canon too, I just don't know what they're in. They're called Defils or Wraiths, and basically, like when you look them up, they don't look that good, but it's pretty cool because they can like blend in with shadows, so they like turn invisible to the human eye. And there's multiple instances
cool.
in those EU Thrawn books where like Han Solo looks back and expects to find someone but doesn't find anyone because the wraith is invisible. Anyway, bye.
All right. Thank you, Yaretsi. I do remember when Andrew did the Thrawn trilogy breakdowns for us. I remember hearing him say Wraith before, but I can't picture them or know what they are in canon. I'll have to look it up later. But yeah, so Ruby, last week we did top 5 alien species. So I was thinking I should have threw that one into your thing. So do you have some favorite alien species you want to like list off? A couple, like what pops ahead to the top of your head?
Dear. I don't even know.
We also need to throw creatures on this, Jeremiah.
We did put creatures on there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
Oh, you
Zillow?
did.
She did Zillow
Oh,
Beast
yeah,
and
you're right.
the
Never
Blurred.
mind. I lied.
I think the Night Sisters are pretty sick. Is that considered? What's the species? There's a rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like they are.
I don't really know if they're
Dathomirian?
Yeah, they're deaf.
It's like more like, I don't know if that's a species or if that's just an ethnicity of human. I don't know. I guess I'd have to look that up because I guess it's kind of confusing because like
Yeah.
the male Dathomirians are Zabraks, so I don't know
Yeah.
if Night Sisters are just a type of
Wrinkly
female Zabrak, but we've
Zabrak.
seen female Zabraks with the horns on the head.
Yeah.
True.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's really explained,
No,
but
It's a gray area.
they
Literally
have
gray.
the gray skins.
Yeah. I don't know. Zabraks are pretty sick too.
Well, Morgan kind of messed that up too.
Morgan Elsbeth, because she's just a
Yeah.
human. But
Yeah.
does the skin change color when they? Because like, didn't she like get?
She did get a little uglier.
Did she get possessed? Like when she got like the blessing from that one head
Mhm.
thing, and then she got the sword of Mother Talzin. Then her skin turned
More
gray.
I
like
think
ashen. I
her
don't know.
skin did, but she got more wrinkly, I think.
I feel
Oh.
like I don't know why, but I feel like her eye sunk in or something like that. I could be way off.
Her eyes, like, they got the black, and it kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
her mascara, like she started
Yeah.
crying, and it was
Yeah.
going down her cheeks a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Any other aliens that stick out to you?
Not honestly, not that I can remember the name of.
Okay,
That's fair.
Like,
cool.
It took me a little bit to find names.
yeah.
All right. Well, that was the first one from Yartsy. Number 2 is our final one. So let's take a listen.
Hey Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi, and you guys know how I told you guys that I read A New Dawn? Well, in like the prologue, Dave Filoni leaves a message in there. He like writes a quick note, and I wanted to say this mostly to Jeremiah, because it's something that Dave Filoni said in there. And it says, more important, the old concept of what is canon and what isn't is gone. And from this point forward, our stories and characters all exist in the same universe. The key creatives who work on the films, television, comic books, video games, and novels are all connected creatively for the first time in the history of the Star Wars universe. And that's the end of the quote. Yeah, so that's my canon. Basically everything except for the sequels. Bye.
Dang.
All right, cool. That is cool that he put a canon clarification. So that book, was it A New Dawn? That's the Kanan Hera prequel book to Rebels.
Okay.
So I think it's how they met and stuff like that, then leading up to the animated show.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the first books that Disney published. So that makes sense that he would put that as a little blurb that now moving forward, all this Disney stuff is canon. Everything else outside the movies and shows are not canon. So this is a canon book. So maybe that was the first canon book, and that's why I was saying that.
I
don't
think
know.
the first one is those trilogies in between.
Aftermath.
Yeah, Aftermath.
That was one of the early ones too.
And then Lost Stars was one of
Lost
the
Stars was
earlier
one of the
ones.
first ones. Yeah.
Which, have you read that?
No, I have A New Dawn. I haven't read it though.
Oh, well, you
Yeah.
should read Lost Stars.
You guys, you girls definitely need to get into the books. There are so many good Star Wars stories
Yeah.
out there in the books.
And this
canon
is coming
ones.
from a guy
Yeah.
who was refusing to
Yeah.
read them. And now, how many of you read?
After high school, I didn't read one novel. And then we started reading books for the podcast. I think our first one was in 2001, and I'm reading right now.
2021, you mean?
What did I say?
2001.
Oh, 2021.
Like, dang, we've been doing this podcast for that
I
long.
was like, what?
But I think the one that we're reading now that's for next week is number 20 for me in the past
Wow.
4.5 years. So, and I got one another book coming on Friday, getting delivered, and then I have another one that we're sitting on too that we got to do. So, plenty of Star Wars books to read out there, and a lot of great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lost,
But-
if you, especially because you like the original trilogy,
Mhm.
you'll love the Lost Stars. For sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Because
actually
It makes
Pretty-
it so much better.
Okay.
because it follows two characters that grew up together, and then they join the Empire, and then one defects and becomes a rebel, and one continues as an Imperial person.
Oh.
And it's all their events through the original trilogy, them interacting with all these scenes, like them interacting and crossing paths and
Wow.
stuff. So
You like are watching the movie, but then it's like from a different point of view, which is
Yeah.
why I love it so much. I've read it 12 times.
It's
Yeah.
called it's called
It-
what? A New
Lost
not New Dawn.
Stars.
Lost Stars.
and it's like they take scenes from the movies, and the characters are literally like standing behind the camera, like they're in the room
Yeah.
while it's
Wow.
happening, and you don't even know it. So
Yeah, it's super cool.
it's actually really good.
And Jeremiah
need
was
to
hating
read
on it
this.
because he thought I was just hyping it up, but
It was actually pretty decent. So.
Huh.
But anyway,
Add it to
I
my
guess
list.
like I said, we're doing a book review next week. So next week we are doing the final High Republic adult novel, Trials of the Jedi. Drew, have you started reading it yet?
I have, yes. I
Wow,
have.
okay. Because last week you ain't even gotten the book yet.
No, I got it
Oh,
over the
no.
weekend.
I'm about halfway through, and it's actually pretty interesting what they're doing. The final story. So we'll be on with Grace next week, and so this is her 5th High Republic book that she's been doing her reviews with us. So we're super excited for that and all that jazz. And then we don't really have we got to come up with a schedule moving forward because we're running out of ideas. But we got some.
Well, we got to interview her sister at some point.
Oh yeah, we gotta see if we can get your sister on. We'll talk about later. But
That sounds fun.
Oh my gosh.
But
I never thought about interviewing someone that doesn't know anything about Star Wars.
It's so much fun.
Well, I wanted to do it like, we have our mutual friend John, like how I wanted him to help with the Andor reviews.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can get him like to watch things and then have him on as he's watching it. Like start with episode 1, have him watch that movie, and then talk about it with him.
Yeah.
Without him knowing what comes next, and then watch episode 2.
Has he not watched the other one, like the movies?
I don't think he's really watched anything really. I think he's probably said he saw like some movies when he was a kid, but he wouldn't remember anything really. So I think it'd be cool to have someone be on the show with us as they're going through it, and then them talking about what they think is going to happen, but we know what's going to happen and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it'd be
that's
cool to
kind
do
of
that.
how it was.
It'd be cool to have like John on and do the name game that you guys did with your sister. But he's not. I don't know. His personality does not wouldn't go.
But we should probably have her sister on and just do that though, because that sounds fun.
she's she'd
like,
be here.
Explain what Thrawn means in Star Wars and like just see what she creates.
Well, tell her that. Well, Mithran Nuru Odo, that's his real name.
The whole thing. She'd come up with a whole backstory that makes complete sense somehow. So
that sounds fun.
All right, we gotta get her on.
That sounds fun, dude.
All right. But yeah, so then next week we will be doing the Bounty Hunter comics again. We'll do a couple more collections of those. So we got to fill up our August schedule, but then in September we'll have the Lego Star Wars, the Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2 is coming out. Mm-hmm. And then after that, Visions Volume 3 is coming out in October too. So we got stuff coming up, but we got to get a little bit of our stuff for August planned out. But who knows what
Buckle
that will
up,
be.
guys.
Buckle up.
We'll be here somewhere.
But Ruby, if you want to give a plug for your podcast quick to get people, if they haven't found you yet, let them know where to find them.
Yeah, so you guys can find me and my other co-hosts, Sierra and Isabella, at Star Wars Old Republic Radio. We're on all listening platforms. We're now on YouTube, so we have video versions of a couple of our episodes out as well. We just released one today covering our con review from Dallas Fan Expo. That's where we first met Star Wars Theory, and so Star Wars Old Republic Radio is where you can find us on.
Exciting. Yep. Anything else, guys?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, I guess I forgot we got to go over social media too on our end. I was about to close the show. So if you want to follow us, just go on the link in the description below, links.co/Empire Radio, links below 2 eyes. Click that landing page for everything Empire Radio. So follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch for live streams. If you're listening the first time and you heard us talking to people like your Etsy and all that, we got people going in the live chat, fact-checking us and answering questions that we don't have time to look up as we're recording. But it's a lot of fun to interact with you guys live. But join the Discord as well. If you need a place to hang out with some Star Wars nerds and talk Star Wars, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. If you need to email us about anything, go right ahead. We've got fan email. And I mentioned voicemails if I didn't already. But send us some voicemails. We love to hear from new people. We love people from other countries with your cool accents. Like, send in voicemails. We love to hear from you. But that's that. So you've been listening to another interview-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
I'm Ruby.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.
McClunky?